it gives me great pleasure to welcome one and all for the fourth Conversations program to celebrate 25 years of Sparrow's existence and work. These 25 years have meant a lot to the current Sparrow team, which has been part of this extraordinary journey. It was a journey to hitherto untraveled roads, and often there were situations when new roads were to be made through thorns, bushes, and boulders. But this unusual journey has given Sparrow immense joy and pleasure. Please do enroll yourself for Sparrow Walk to see and experience Sparrow's vast collections of books, photographs, oral history recordings, films, print visuals, newspaper cuttings, and publications. Some of the publications are displayed here. Please do have a look after the event. So, let's start today's fourth Conversations program. Dr. C.S.Lakshmi will be talking to Purvadhanashree and Ranjana Dave. Dr. C.S.Lakshmi is a Tamil writer who writes in the pen name of Ambai and is currently the director of Sparrow. Purvadhanashree is a Bharatanatyam and a Vilasini Natyam exponent. She has been performing for many years. She has been a voiceover artist, a script writer, and many other things which she'll be telling us today. She is based in Hyderabad but has come to Mumbai especially for this program. Ranjana Dave is an Odissi dancer and a dance writer who has performed widely. She is also the co-founder and director of Dance Dialogues, a platform to discuss dance which is located in Mumbai. Before we begin the conversation today, let us see some interesting photographs and clippings from the personal albums of Purvadhanashree and Ranjana Dave. After seeing these beautiful photographs, let us see some performance clippings of these dancers. Wow, wasn't that beautiful? Having seen these photographs and clippings, all of us, I'm sure, are eager to listen to Purvadhanashree and Ranjana Dave talk about their life, work, and dance. I invite Dr. C.S.Lakshmi, Ranjana Dave, and Purvadhanashree on stage and to begin their conversation.
Purva, thanks for coming all the way for this program.
Thank you.
And for spending 2 days with us. And Ranjana, thanks a lot for agreeing to come for this program. Watching both of you dance, we could have watched the whole day instead of this conversation. But I feel that Ranjana and I have always felt that one should always talk about dance, what we feel about dance, how we perform constantly, so that we can assess how dance is performed and how dance is seen and how the artist herself feels about dance. So I think that this conversation is going to be centered around that. One thing that's very interesting about both of you is that in your case, your mother is a Tamilian and your father is a Hindi writer. UP, from UP. And Ranjana, your father is a Gujarati and mother is a Telugu speaking person. So I wonder whether this intermixture of languages and culture had an impact on your childhood. Because when you are rooted in a language and a particular culture of a particular, it's a Tamil community or some community like that, it does make a difference in the way you grow up. But I feel that your childhood must have been different, both your childhoods. So Purva, can you tell me something about this intermixture of culture and how you grew up in this household?
Gee, it's very interesting because although my mother is from Tanjore, Tamil Kari, but she did her masters in Hindi. So she never spoke Tamil that much in the house. And Appa didn't understand a word of Tamil. So I grew up in a Hindi culture. I heard very little of Tamil in my house. But I used to get scoldings for not knowing Tamil. So I used to tell Amma, you never talk to me in Tamil. She said, no, yeah, you never talk to me. I think it was her responsibility to give me that culture because Appa didn't understand the language and could not learn Tamil at all. Even after 30 years staying with her, he could only say Vapo, that's all. So I think, living in Delhi, I got a very different kind of a culture, neither a typical Uttar Pradeshi culture nor a Tanjore culture. And especially because they were from media, their friend circle was also very varied and multicultural and multilingual. So my upbringing was that way, not confined to one language culture. And but I feel very sorry, especially dancing Bharatanatyam. I feel I should have grown more in Tamil, breathe that language more. But I went to Chennai to do my graduation, and that's when I actually got to hear Tamil, live Tamil, and that impacted my dance a lot. But as a child, I'm glad that I got to hear many languages. I was not restricted to only one language. But at the same time, I feel that a child should be grounded in one language, mother tongue, which I do regret about.
Yeah. But you don't read and write Tamil.
I can't read, write Tamil. I understand and speak. And I don't read. I tried a lot, but mudila.
What about Ranjana?
So I never... it's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
I never realized that... the language issue existed till others started pointing it out to me, till people in school or even later. And this was more as I grew older, people who came and said, oh, so what's your mother tongue? And then I'm not very sure what my mother tongue is because there are 4 languages I could pick. But the thing is, because there were so many languages, I didn't end up learning any of them. And as far as I can remember, my parents always spoke to me in English or in a very bad Bombaya Hindi, because none of them could speak Hindi properly.
So your father never spoke Gujarati with you?
No. So I know Gujarati because I don't know, I can't speak it, but I can understand some because a lot of my friends were Gujarati and I heard them talking in Gujarati all the time. But
what about songs, music and other things?
I actually learned Sugam Sangeet for a while when I was in school.
That's light music.
Marathi. So I learned a lot of Marathi songs at that point, but that sadly didn't help increase my acquaintance with the language. I still cannot figure out the gender distinctions in Marathi. There was this brief time when I was 11 or 12 when my mother tried to teach me Telugu. But I think I gave up after the 4th alphabet. I said, I'm not doing it anymore. And now I regret it.
I noticed that in your childhood photographs, both Ranjana and you're already posing, you're already trying to sit in Aramati. And I notice Ranjana is constantly slanting like this as if she's doing Odissi. So,
my father used to say this. He said that you never learned to walk. You were either crawling or you were dancing. So he told me the transition was very quick and very weird. So he said, I think it came right from the point you were in her womb, because she used to take classes, and I think it happens. A child hears and learns even when she's in the womb. So that's where my journey started in dance. And I used to, because my mother performed till 35 and she was teaching also.
She had a dance class at home, right?
She used to teach. And a student of Sikil Ramaswamy Pillai, Tanjavur Bani. I used to just roll into the classroom. School se aaye, classroom mein chale gaye. And I think that happens with children of dancer mothers. There's the dance space is not defined. We live the dance throughout the day, and it has its own disadvantages and advantages. So I think that's how I started dancing at very young age.
You told me that you used to come back from school and run straight into the dance class.
So so there was not particular time frame to learn dance. So the learning was constantly happening. It used to happen even at 10 in the night or maybe 6 in the morning. Because whenever she comes up with some idea, "Ipo padna," she'll just say that to me. So, again, I used to take that for granted also. Mahi to hai. So my fundamental training happened with her in Tanjavur Bani. But I think she could see these things in me. So she sent me for a formal training to another guru.
But have you watched your mother perform?
I watched her, yes.
Yeah, because Kamalini Dutt, Purva's mother, is a wonderful dancer. I knew her when I was in Delhi. I've seen her perform. And she's an excellent dancer. And so is Purva. But it's true that it's very difficult to learn from your own mother. It's very tough. Ranjana, in your case, you started learning at the age of 17. So until then, you were learning the Sugam Sangeet and all, is it?
Yeah. So for a brief while, when I was 6, I went to, I learned Bharatanatyam for a couple of years.
From whom?
I don't remember. This was some guy who used to run a dance class in school. So he'd come with a band of anonymous teachers. We never knew their names. The faces would change every 2 months. And every Saturday, this taxi full of teachers would come and just teach for 2 hours in the school. And then they'd leave and they'd be taken somewhere else to teach again.
Which school was this?
This was a school in Andheri, St. Louis, right across the road from my house.
So that was when you were 6?
Yeah. So I learned for 2 or 3 years, and then my parents felt that I needed to spend my time studying. So that was the end of dance. And And I actually don't know, like I always enjoyed dancing, but I don't know when I consciously decided to sort of start dancing again.
Also, choosing Odissi, because you learned Bharatanatyam earlier. Then you choose Odissi. How did that happen? Did your parents kind of help you in choosing Odissi?
Actually, it's a very funny story. Not a funny, a very weird story. So when I finished my SSC exams, the 10th standard exams, I had this library membership for 1 month, and one day I picked up. This book on Protima Bedi, Time Pass, in the library, and I don't know. After reading that, like if I'd seen Odissi, it was very randomly on TV, and I did not grow up watching a lot of performance. So, but after reading that, I was convinced that I wanted to dance Odissi.
So, after reading that, so that was a kind of an inspiration. And Pratima Bedi herself was teaching at that time?
No. This was long after she had passed away.
Yeah. So that's how you chose. And how did you arrive at Jeelam Paranjpe?
So this was when I think I just went online and I Googled Odissi teachers in Bombay.
Wow, that's a very modern way of choosing a guru, I must say.
Yeah.
So, and you just approached her, is it?
Yeah, I just went to her. And at that point, this was right after my 12th standard exams, and my parents were really, I studied science in the 11th and 12th. My parents were very keen that I sort of become a doctor or an engineer, do something worthwhile with my life. So, and I was really, by then, I just didn't see the reason I needed to be a doctor or an engineer. And for them, it was a real shock when I told them I wanted to start dancing at 17.